All right. Yo. This is Germs from JERMZ Boxing. Germ, aka Boxing Prophet, all that good stuff. I, I heard. Well, I don't know if it's a rumor. I don't know if it's. Said on paper. I was waiting to see something official if it's gonna happen, but I'm just gonna do the prediction anyways. It was a fun idea. Hopefully, this is going to happen. The Cinnamon Kid, the Mexican Ginger, Canelo Alvarez, Saul Canelo Alvarez versus, are you ready? The dog, El Perro, Alfredo Angulo. Alfredo Angulo and Saul Alvarez. Wow. Okay. I was bashing Saul Alvarez, like in the past fights, with Ricky Hatton's brother and the last guy that he fought, Dusty Rhodes. Rhodes. What the hell was that, man? Okay, Saul Alvarez, I should be, one of the Mexicans that, is right behind him. I'm behind him. Don't get me wrong. He had it hard in Mexico. He's where my dad's from. In Guadalajara, he talks like, because when I first saw him, obviously I thought he was Irish, he was actually fighting a dude from Scotland, I think, and the guy from Scotland had dark hair, and he said, oh yeah, the Mexican was the Scotland. The whole time I thought the Mexican was the dude from Scotland, and the Scottish guy was Canelo. I didn't know he was Mexican, and I was like, is that a Mexican flag on his trunks? Probably Italian. No, it's Irish. That's not red. It's got the eagle. I guess he's Mexican. Is he albino? No, he's got some red on there. What? I didn't get it either. Okay, probably some settlers from back in the day came over while the conquistadores, but this ain't history class. This is JERMZ Boxing. Okay. He is a real Mexican because he fights like a real Mexican. Ignoring boxing and just go straight for the kill. People used to tease him. When he was a kid, he used to tease him. Canelito, it means like cinnamon. Actually was they used to call him that. It was kind of like, because that's what they call redheads, Mexicans, more like a term for like an insult. But he kind of grabbed it and owned it and made it his. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what? I'm cinnamon, so what? And he beat the shit out of you. Just keep talking shit. Oscar de la Hoya had claimed that Canelo was better than Oscar de la Hoya. Now, for Oscar de la Hoya to say something like that, Oscar, him being who he is, I believe Oscar de la Hoya is first boxer, then glitz. You know what I'm saying? I never thought that he was a sellout. I'm not a hater, man, because he's got some skill. So for someone to say that about somebody else, I'm like, oh, okay, this is more than a hype job. Okay, dude, come on, De La Hoya. What are you, dunking? All right, come on, man. Don't give me that shit. And then I saw him. Okay, I can see why people would make a big deal about him. He knocked out Baldomir. It's not, Baldomir's great. I think greatest performance. Not the Arturo Gatti demolition, because Arturo Gatti wasn't even really psychologically all there. But when he beat Zab Judah, ooh, that little train that could, that kept going, boom, 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 knocked him silly. He knocked him out. So Canelo Alvarez knocked him out. All right, that kind of like, okay, you can knock out hard trial horses. All right, cool. So what? Okay, so when he went up against Hatton, I was like, all right, all right, whatever. It was like a paper champion type of thing. And then Rhodes, but it was kind of like this. It's like he took 10 steps backwards in class. I was like, why the fuck? Why not somebody solid? And right before I was going to say some shit, I get this little message, do a prediction about him. I haven't really checked in. I don't really surf the internet much. You know what I mean? The only thing I go to the internet for is just to check my messages on Facebook, MySpace, or whatever. And then I come YouTube. I don't type in the news. I don't look around and see what's going on with the boxing community. The only boxing community that I communicate with are the people in YouTube. I don't go around. So there's not a lot that I I have time for to go look. But I did hear that, Canelo Alvarez and him, they were looking at each other's direction. Okay, let's just say it happens. That would be a badass fight. Not just on paper, but it's kind of like Oscar De La Hoya knows what the people want. He knows what Mexicans want. You want to keep, come on, man. You don't want to make Canelo into another Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. now, do you? No. So Oscar De La Hoya kind of like, oh shit, they kind of caught on to me. What can I do? Perro. We'll drop El Perro and see what happens. Because if he knocks out El Perro, Oscar De La Hoya knows, if he knocks out El Perro, his stock market is going to rise, skyrocket. You know, his stock's going to go up. Because El Perro is not a fancy boxer. He is a gutter fighter. He's a damn jailhouse brawler. He's a fucking street... Sorry, cuss, baby. A street scuffler. Del Perro has scary power in the junior middleweight division. Him and James Kirkland have kind of the similar power, except I think that Kirkland is more like lumbering, like more hooky, more like curved punches. But oof, what's his name? El Perro, man, Angulo. That guy's got a mean right hand. A mean right hand. And the only person that beat him was what the hell's his name? The guy that cries all the time. Kermit the Frog. Yeah, Kermit Cintron. Kermit Cintron beat him. Why? Because Kermit was taller and he outboxed him from outside. Now, Canelo Alvarez is not gonna box outside. Both of these guys actually have similar styles, and I'll let you know exactly how that's gonna go down. Hey baby. Hey baby. Hold up. Let me get my baby real quick. So, the way this is gonna happen. Hey, you okay? See if she does. You see, Canelo is a little leaky. I mean, he's got a lot of holes in his defense, but that's what we like fighters for. That's what makes great fighters. It's giving them the chance to put themselves in a hole that they can dig out of in front of people, and that's what builds greatness. Who cares if that's how it happens. That's how it happens. Mexicans, they don't care if you're going 100 wins, 0 losses. If you're never willing to take a risk, they don't give a shit. Because to them, that's not fighting with your heart. That's just keeping it safe. You know what I'm saying? If they wanted to watch somebody just keep it safe, they watch tennis. You know what I'm saying? So they for the reason, they put themselves in position where it's like, all right, cool. Now let them see how I get out of this. When I heard Canelo Alvarez was gonna fight Angulo, I was like, ooh, can it be a suicide? That's the thing. It has that thing to it. It has that, you know what I'm saying? It has that suspense. I wonder what's gonna happen, because honestly, I'm actually leaning towards Angulo, believe it or not. But if De La Hoya jumped on Angulo right away, he probably knows something about Canelo that we don't know about. This is where I'm going. Canelo is gonna get touched by Angulo. Yes, sir. You know why? Because Canelo was playing with his food the last fight with Rhodes. When he was fighting Rhodes was just a freaking corpse. He was fighting a zombie. Okay, that guy was like, he looked like my like a crackhead uncle somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just doesn't look like a straight solid fighter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at least he was just getting dinged. Canelo was just playing with his food like a cat with a mouse, just boom, boom. He couldn't knock him out. He couldn't knock out a dead guy. But the thing is, this is my problem with Canelo. A guy that tired, that beaten up, that easy to get knocked out, shouldn't be able to touch you. Shouldn't be able to hit you as many times as he was hitting Canelo. That guy was tired, and he would throw little punches here and there, and Canelo was eating them. You know what I'm saying? If Canelo's going to be a shining star, you have to work a little more in your defense. And if a tired guy like that can land on Canelo, then a strong Angulo is going to drop Canelo. Mark my words. Alfredo Angulo, the dog, is going to grab that cinnamon stick. It's going to freaking drop him, right? But that's not where it's going to end. Angulo's going to go after him because he's a dog. He's going to try to like muscle it up. And you know what? This is where the gears kick in. This is where the Mexican blood rushes the adrenaline to the tips of Canelo's freaking cinnamon knuckles. And he's going to drop Angulo coming in because he's got that Guadalajara heart inside of him too. So he's not like, you know what? You're not gonna knock out no sissy, because that's what Angulo's gonna see. He's gonna see a hurt redhead, so he's gonna try to go for the kill, not expecting something in return. And by the time he feels that power, Canelo's gonna go into it. And one freaking phrase pops into my mind when I think of these two: Tony Zale and freaking Rocky Graziano. That's what I think about. I have a feeling that these guys are gonna produce some sort of fireworks that can be a candidate for Fight of the Year, because they're both Mexican. They both can produce pay-per-view. Even if it's free, I don't care. I will buy it anyways, because I know stylistically, well, it would go the distance. Somebody would get stopped. It would be a classic. And if it's a one-round knockout, it's going to Angulo. You know what I'm saying? If it's a one-round knockout. But you see, that's where the prediction stops. Him dropping Canelo, you think that's over, but the thing is, we don't know Canelo's chin. But if Oscar de la Hoya puts him so quick against Angulo, he knows something. I think that de la Hoya saw Canelo get dropped in training camp. Something, he's seen something in him that he knows that he can come out of. So I'm like, okay, I'm kind of trusting de la Hoya's word on this fight. Okay, so it's like, if he knows that Canelo has something in there that we don't know about, then all right, I'm gonna just gear shift, and I'm actually gonna like give it to Canelo. I'm gonna expect, because this is why. Because Angulo got a box by Kermit the Frog, right? He got a box by Kermit the Frog, and Kermit had to use his distance, and Angulo couldn't adapt. So that's what I'm banking on, that he doesn't have the ability to adapt. Canelo, he doesn't adapt, but we'll see. I actually don't know his chin, but I'm actually like blindly predicting it for him, because I hope that his Mexican heart will kick in gear. Angulo will rush in, eating something on the way in, and that's that. I think if he does eat something, then Angulo. But what if Angulo survives that? Have we seen Angulo really hurt? No, not really. What if Angulo has a good chin? He's gonna be, if a tired Angulo starts landing punches on you on round 11, he's gonna knock out Canelo. So I gotta back up a little bit. Yes, that's right. I'm backing up a little bit. Hold on. I just thought about something. I don't know Alfredo Angulo's chin either. I've never seen him drop. I've never seen him rock. Wait a minute. Canelo doesn't have that one punch power to kill Angulo if he does drop him. That means that the perro is going to come out of Angulo, which means that he's going to get Canelo late. Okay, that's more realistic. All right, boom. I've never done this before. Angulo is going to get Canelo late, because I just saw the fight happen, and it's just like, wait a minute. But Angulo is no turkey. You know what I'm saying? He's a dog. That's his fucking name. So that's what's going to happen. Wow. I just saw it right now. So I guess I'm going to expect an upset. Angulo is going to upset Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican ginger, and that's what's going to be. Okay, so yeah, bad. I think I was hyping everybody up, thinking I was going to give it to Canelo. I thought so too, but I brought up a point that I didn't even know. I don't know Angulo's chin. So, and by that, if he has a good chin, and considering the fact that Canelo gets touched late by tomato cans who are already dead, then somebody with fists of Mayorga in the hands of Angulo will really kill Canelo. All right, so that's what's gonna happen. Okay, Canelo's gonna be turned into what's that drink? Oh, fucking horchata. With canela and shit. So the dog is gonna have some horchata, and that's what's gonna happen. Okay, so yeah, that was crazy. All right, so anyways, JERMZ1, JERMZ Boxing. Subscribe, whoopie woo. I got a bounce, and any questions, let me know what's up. And my music, JERMZ the rapper. You guys want to check it out? Just whatever. All right, check it out. Bye.